Thank you. All right, so tuning into turn 2 here. We got Long Tusk Cub on Justin's side, Falcon Wrath Gorger on Kurt's side. Yeah, we're just playing mono red aggro here. We got a Bowman Courier. Long Tusk Cub holding it down pretty well. Oh, not anymore. Cartouche of Solidarity.
Does Bowman Courier even have legs?
It does. It's a little
I'm
spidery
not sold.
guy.
Is it a spider?
Yeah, kind of.
I thought Bowman Courier like kind of floated.
No, I think it's got little spidery legs. It runs around.
I'm thinking of Heart of Girapur.
Okay, yeah, no.
Yeah, no, but you're right. Bowman Courier has some legs.
Legged animal.
A
construct, not
a
an
legged
animal.
construct.
Yeah.
You don't see that every day.
Kurt getting in for 4 there. Probably gonna see a Rogue Refiner out of Justin. Long Tusk Cub does do a pretty good job of blocking these 2 power creatures.
Yeah, it looks like Justin's got a Glorybringer in hand. Notably, it's a top 8 promo Glorybringer, so we know that Justin's a great player.
He's a good player, yeah, that's for sure. Just like how you have that top 8 Glorybringer
right,
promo.
I have a top 8 Glorybringer promo because I top 8'd because I'm very good at Standard.
Right.
It's my best format. I'm wonderful at it, and that's why I have a Glorybringer.
So Justin up to 5 energy. Looks like Kurt has got 2 more lands in hand. 3 more lands maybe. That looks like a lot for the mono red deck. Got an on-crop Crasher here that could prevent another block. Looks like that's what's going to be the case. Yep.
I would love to see Kurt splashing green for Ishkana so we could play the green legs.
Yeah, then he could really live up the legs name. So on-crop Crasher, I think, is exerted, making it so Rogue Rider can't block, and he's getting in for a nice 7. Right.
Or maybe if he started singing that old song, you know, "Alas, my love, you do me not," you know, he'd have the green sleeves.
He could have green sleeves
red
as
legs
well.
with the green sleeves.
Nice. It'd be a Christmas miracle.
But it looks like his deck is in blue sleeves, so that seems this is all over the place.
Magma Spray taking out Bowman Courier here before Kurt can get any value from it. Pretty good.
Yeah, so Bowman Courier, you got to leave up mana to get value out of it.
Yeah.
People tried that card in Affinity and Modern right when it came out, and it was bad.
Nice.
I think people thought it was good, and then they realized it was bad.
Justin just getting in here. I like this. Attack for 5, 6. No, more. Yeah, 6. No, 7. Attack for 7. Wow, that was actually a pretty big attack with the Long Tusk Cub being pumped twice. And he's got Glorybringer followed up next turn. I think Kurt might just be dead, honestly.
Yeah, looks like the aggro deck is getting out aggroed here. As we know, Temur Energy is in some ways sort of an aggro control deck. You've got incredibly efficient creatures.
They call that mid-range.
That's not true. Aggro control, I mean, a mid-range deck can play the aggro control game, and an aggro control deck can play the mid-range game, and they're not necessarily mutually exclusive, but they're not synonymous. That's for sure. One of the most what is that? Is that an Incendiary Flow? Okay. All right.
So it goes to 4. There's no way we can, unless we have double shock, there's no way to deal 4 damage. Yeah, he's just going to pass the turn. Yeah, so Justin has a land, since we know he has Glorybringer. I think that Kurt is just going to be dead here. Exactly dead as well. Yeah, there's land.
Yeah.
The Glorybringer attack for 11.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's
wow.
Yeah, so Justin curving out hard, and with all the perfect mana for the perfect removal spells. That's what
this Temur Energy deck is all about.
Yeah.
Best stuff at each point on the curve. Getting value out of your creatures as they come in.
Definitely a refined deck list, that's for sure. We can see, you know, it's a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
What was that Long Tusk Cub, like a 4/4 there?
It was a 4/4, yep. When it attacked for 7 on turn 3 or 4, turn 4.
Yeah, that's basically a Tarmogoyf.
Yeah, sure.
A Tarmogoyf that had 1 more power than it should have. That was a Tarmogoyf with the Door in the Siege Tower in play.
Yeah.
So I wonder what kind of cards Kurt has to fight against this.
Yeah.
I feel like there's not a lot of good ways to try and fight against Temur Energy.
There's not a lot. I'm assuming he's going to transition. Hopefully he has this available to him. Transition some of his direct burn cards into removal spells, like Harness Lightnings, or I mean, a lot of the cards are dual purpose, like they can target creatures or players. Maybe just get a bit more removal spells.
Wonder if he's got something like Karizev's Expertise to try to take his opponent's Rogue Refiner, turn the corner.
Was
Justin on the play in that game?
I didn't see since we came to turn 2.
Yeah, maybe Kurt being on the play here could be helpful.
I think he was on the play because I saw Long Tusk Cub got down right after the Falcon Wrath Gorger.
Right, right. Yeah, maybe Kurt will have better luck on the play here. Obviously, that's a big deal for these aggressive decks against these
for the mono
decks
red
like
deck.
Temur Energy.
Yeah, I don't really know what other type of cards Kurt has in his sideboard. Being mono red, your options are fairly limited. Like, I don't know what you do against control. You just try to get under them, obviously.
Yeah,
but I don't know what you can go up to.
Kurt has the desert in his deck, which you would play if you were just playing straight mono red because it has the effect on it.
Right.
But you do have to pay some life to make red mana. There's a small chance that Kurt is playing kind of an Eldrazi list, but I think we would have known that.
No, I think he's probably just on mono red.
Yeah,
I saw in his deck he had the other desert from Amonkhet that it's just a colorless creature and it does. Or colorless land, I'm sorry, and it does 1 damage when it enters play. It's called Sunscorched Desert. Taps for colorless, does 1 damage. I don't know if Kurt's playing this, but a card I really like in a aggressive burn sort of list is Insult to Injury. Doubles all your damage up for the turn. If you can cast one of those on the back of maybe an exerting on-crop crasher to make it so the guy can't block, you can really swing a game, like deal 15 damage in 1 attack or something crazy like that.
Sure.
I don't know if Kurt's playing that. I know some of the lower to the ground red lists aren't playing that for some reason, but it would be pretty interesting. Yeah,
Insult to Injury would be pretty sweet. Cards like Gold Knight Castigator get over the top, and they're pretty difficult to deal with cards like Harness Lightning, but not that difficult.
Oh, Gold Knight Castigator is not what you want here. You just die on the kickback, so.
Sure.
Sure, you get in it for 4, but then your opponent Glory Bringers you, kills your Castigator, hits you for 8. Like,
yeah, but I wonder if on the play if that is where you want to be.
I don't think so.
No?
Gold Knight having played that card myself, it was super risky to bring it against any creature-based strategy.
Yeah.
It was pretty much only good against
yeah, I can see that.
Control.
What do these Temur lists really look like? Is it
so
like 22 creatures? More than that?
It's probably about 20 creatures. 4 Harness Lightning, 4 Attune.
Because
they're low on lands. They only play about 21 lands because they get to play the 4 Attunes, which are basically a land.
So they've got 4 Long Tusk Cubs, 4 Bristling Hydras, I assume.
Yeah, sometimes the Long Tusk Cubs
4 Rogue Refiners
are split. Yeah, always 4 Rogue Refiners.
And then 4 Whirler Virtuosos.
Yeah, usually
so
those.
that's like
sometimes
that's
they
like
run
15 to 16 creatures right there.
Sometimes they run a Tireless Tracker in the 3 spot instead of Whirler Virtuoso.
Okay.
Servant of the Conduit in the 2 spot.
But so you're
alongside
saying,
Long Tusk Cub.
So you think we're talking less than 20 creatures in Justice?
No, I would say 20 to 24 maybe, somewhere in that range. They play Chandras as well. Some lists, I don't think the one Justin's on, but some lists top off with Elder Deep Fiend at the top of the curve.
Do you take double damage from Chandra with Golden Knight Castigator in play?
Yes.
What does Golden Knight Castigator say that all damage you take is doubled?
Yes. It's not just damage from creatures. It's very risky. If a source would deal damage, yeah. So even if you damage yourself somehow. We see.
Yeah, I guess that plan also seems bad against
Village Messenger tokens. Getting in here on turn 1. So this is a nice card. It's a 1/1 haste werewolf. If a spell isn't cast, it flips into a 2/2 menace werewolf.
This card was when it was first spoiled a couple years ago, or I guess a year ago, whatever. Yeah, last year. I was excited in the same way that people got excited about Reckless Waif in the original Innistrad block. That's of course the 3/2 werewolf 1 mana guy, but they just made this card as good as possible while still making it not good.
Yeah.
They did everything they could to make sure this card was not the next Delver of Secrets,
right?
Which is fine. But I was a little disappointed by Village Messenger.
And unfortunately for Kurt, Justin did have the turn 1 play in Attune with Ether, so his werewolf is not going to flip just yet. Ooh, all right.
Okay. Well,
deploying the troops, double Falcon Wrath Gorger.
See, this is the kind of game where if Kurt goes land 3 and then land 4, and that land 4 allows him to cast a Gold Knight Castigator. I mean, isn't that the aggressive edge that he wants to finish?
Well,
I guess a Hazoret would be better.
Right, there are better haste options.
Hazoret's probably as good as it gets.
New Hellion, also a very good haste creature.
On the 3-drop slot, sure.
Yeah. Looks like he has
Kurt doesn't have exactly the energy to sustain that card.
Kurt has a Bushwhacker in hand. All right. He also has Aethersphere Harvester, which I'm guessing was brought out of the sideboard to deal with Glorybringer. He doesn't really deal with Glorybringer, but it blocks it.
Yeah, and you can give it lifelink.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
We're getting in there. Like it.
So Servant of the Conduit is going to kill one of those, so that's...
It's blocking. All right.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing we're going to see Aethersphere Harvester here. All right. So Justin looks like he's got 3 lands. Gonna go with Lumbering Falls here.
Yeah, so things are slowing down a little bit here. Yeah, Aethersphere Harvester seems fine, but
This is a new one.
maybe isn't
I don't
exactly
know.
where I would want to be as Kurt here. Cut to ribbons.
Cut to ribbons. Yep. Gonna 4 damage. Gonna cut the Falconwrath Gorger. Well, Kurt's board certainly being diminished. He's already lost 2 of his 3 creatures.
But he can
and he's drawing
still he can
lands.
still crew Aethersphere here.
Yeah. From this point forward, he can probably give just about any creature he has haste because of the handwear battlements, which is good for him. But with only Bushwhacker in hand, I don't think you play Bushwhacker here if I'm him.
Yeah, I think you just sit on the Bushwhacker, right? I mean, try to surge it out.
What just happened there?
So
Why does Bushwhacker? What?
Bushwhacker has haste. Why do they not?
No.
Why do they not swing with Bushwhacker?
Bushwhacker doesn't have haste. It only has haste if you.
No, that's not true.
Oh, it always has haste.
Yeah, it always has haste.
Okay, I think he.
Bushwhacker.
I think he did attack with it. Maybe he just forgot to tap it or something. I don't know.
No, I don't think he did. Okay, Justin's at 11. I guess he
Yeah.
did. He just didn't tap the
Yeah,
creature.
he just didn't tap it. Okay.
Okay, well that's whatever. But yeah, Bushwhacker does always have haste.
Okay, I thought it only had haste if you surged it.
No. It only
It gives your team haste.
it
if
only
you
has an ETB effect if it surged.
Okay. Here we see Handwear Garrison, which is getting haste from the Handwear Battlements.
Okay.
Yeah, so
All right.
Justin takes 7.
Well, this seems
he's-
good.
Honestly, with Kurt being at 21 here, he might just be able to close this game out with the deserts he has.
Sure.
Each one does 2 damage.
Yeah, you're right. So I guess I was not impressed with Aethersphere Harvester. It seemed like it was slowing him down with this.
Yeah,
This is all
good.
seemed really fine. I actually kind of like the way this deck is curving out.
Yeah.
The Falconwrath Gorgers seem underwhelming, but
Just a 2-1 for 1 is really all you need in
yeah, I
standard
guess.
red decks. See, another Rogue Refiner. So I think Justin's digging for some removal here. He does have 1 Harness Lightning, which
yeah,
can
but
take out
he's
an
just
Aethersphere Harvester.
like you said, Mario. He's just dead to these lands.
Yeah, actually, I think if Kurt attacks with everything and then uses
So
one of
it
his
costs
lands-
4. Now it does cost
It
4
costs
to activate.
4,
this.
and you have to tap it.
Yeah, so he actually can't activate both lands because
Right.
he'll sacrifice one and be
unless
down
he
a
finds
mana.
another mana source at
Yeah.
some point. So I think that we're going to see this with Harness Lightning, but no matter what, Justin's still taking at least 2 damage this turn, and the Desert is going to be able to finish him off. Nice. Glad we get to see that in action.
Yeah, red legs, getting there.
Red lands.
Red lands,
All right.
red legs, red lands.
Takes game 2. Nice.
Yeah, well
And,
that was fun.
Yeah, that was a much better showing from him on there on
Yeah,
the play.
let's see what this game 3 looks like. Again, I think Justin being back on the play is going to be
Yeah,
a big deal.
pretty important.
But that was
Because he can
that
get
was
his
sweet.
blockers down before he takes too much damage from the little guys.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. The Rogue Refiner is just disgustingly good here.
That
Tre-
and Long Tusk Cup can just grow. If it grows a little bit, it can just block
yeah,
everything.
that card is seriously just a Tarmogoyf.
But it's a cat, not a Lurgoyf.
You're a cat, not a Lurgoyf.
Yeah. I think I'd rather be a cat.
You'd rather be a cat than a Lurgoyf? Yeah, Lurgoyfs are, one reason I wouldn't want to be a Lurgoyf is because they don't exist.
Yeah. Maybe that'd be a cooler reason to be one, though.
Yeah, tell that to Safi Eric's daughter.
What is he?
Safi Eric, she's a legend from Time Spiral that she gets eaten by a Lurgoyf or something.
Oh, okay.
It's actually a long confusing train of events. But back in the day when there was that Akhan's run, the quote was from Safi Eric's daughter.
Oh, okay.
And so when they were thinking of random legends to reprint in Time Spiral, they said, "Oh, so this is one of my favorite cards because of the flavor." She says, "In the blink of an eye, she strode from deep meadows to dusty wastes, from the
Cradle of light.
from the crease of light."
A crease of light behind her, a voice rang hollow.
Yeah, so yeah, Safi, wait for me, right? The idea is that she's like in Akhan's run, she's like, I think there's a few ways you can piece the story together, but it's a continuation of
Okay.
her escaping from the Lurgoyf that was after them both.
That's funny. Nice.
Yeah, Akhan's run is I think is it Lurgoyf that original quote is on? Am I thinking about that right, Mario?
I have no idea.
Let me look
I
it up.
didn't play back during this time, so This is all foreign to me.
Yeah, the original Lurgoyf, I think, which is maybe from like, I don't know, I can't remember what set. It's like old though. It's like from like.
Akon's run. It's the Lurgoyf. Yep. Safi Eriksteiner's last words.
Yeah, Safi Eriksteiner. There we go.
Got a nice little story time here on our
yeah.
our
Story time with Mark and Mario.
Yep.
Brought to you by
Jeez,
Top
that thing
Deck Productions.
Creepy looking.
Oh yeah, well the original one looks even cooler. Yeah, that one there. If we can get the other one on the screen, the original.
Oh, yeah.
Thing is terrifying.
Yeah.
And it's like a really shitty Tarmogoyf is what it is.
Yeah, looks like it.
Now the other Lurgoyf, which is sees some play in Legacy, is Terravor.
I have no idea.
Terravor.
I don't know my Lurgoyfs.
That's all right. Not everybody does.
Justin leading off with then a tune with Ether here. Now that already gives him enough energy to make his Longtusk Cub a 3/3, which can block whatever.
Yeah, Longtusk Cub is just a good card.
Yeah.
I actually I've watched a lot of games and played in a lot of games where Longtusk Cub in Temur Control, sort of a Temur Gearhulk deck.
Yeah.
Where that card is just the absolute mirror breaker.
Yeah, it's really good out of the sideboard in a deck like that.
Super good. Two mana, beat you up.
We see Village Messenger getting in here for one. Justin likely gonna have a play on turn 2. Just thinking about it. Got a nice foil Amonkhet Mountain here.
Oh wow.
Justin is a purporter of fancy cards.
Yeah, I wonder if he won that from top 8ing, just like the Glorybringer.
He's deciding whether to play. Oh wow, he's quite a good hand here, I think. He's got double Magma Spray, a Longtusk Cub, Servant, Attune. Yeah, so he's going to Attune and leave up Magma Spray. Fixing his land drop because I think the rest of his hand is just action.
Yeah, the fact that these decks can play 21 lands is pretty sweet.
Yeah,
because
it's a really good edge for them.
Attune Attune. It feels weird saying this, but I feel like Attune is one of the best, if not the best card in this format.
It's the best card in this deck, probably. I don't know what the format.
I think it's really.
A lot of people think Tireless Tracker is the best card in the format.
I mean, it's good, but
there's an argument for Torrential Gearhulk.
Oh sure, Torrential Gearhulk. I agree with that. But Attune with Aether, top 5 cards probably.
All right.
I mean, it allows these decks to
it's the backbone of many decks.
It allows these decks to curve out flawlessly, utilize their energy, make their bad cards into good cards with the energy.
So Justin's Magma Sprays aren't looking too great here against Kari Zev, Skyship Raider.
No.
Love seeing that.
So I'll tell you, when I drafted this set at the pre-release, Aether Revolt, with Kari Zev, I opened a Kari Zev, I opened a foil Kari Zev's Expertise, and then somebody traded me the monkey token.
The Ragavan token?
Yeah,
nice.
the monkey token. And I just put my opponents on straight tilt.
Yeah.
Because in multiple games, I played Kari Zev, I played her Expertise, and then I put the monkey token out.
Yeah.
They couldn't deal with it. They could not deal with it.
So Justin did draw a Harness Lightning off the top there, which we'll be able to deal with Kari Zev, unfortunately, for Kurt here. But we will probably see at least one attack here. Some Ragavan action. Kurt has a lot of options and action in hand. I don't think he has any more lands, which might be holding him back a bit, but he's thinking carefully over what to do here. He's got a Shock and a Village Messenger at least.
Oh man, looks like somebody in chat is accusing our friend Kurt of cheating.
Ooh, leaving the top 7 unshuffled? That seems unlikely.
That seems unlikely to me. Unless it's scumbag Kurt Redlegs, the Pete Rose.
Maybe he's a pirate.
Maybe he's a pirate. Yeah, and I don't think Kurt would do that, especially given that his hand's not that good right now.
Yeah, I would have filtered a 3rd land into my top 7 if I was.
Yeah, if I were palming the top 7 on there and not shuffling, I would have took a 3rd land. Yeah.
Yeah, Kari Zev getting in there. Please have the Ragavan token. No.
Oh, there might be one over there.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah,
there it is.
Right,
okay, great.
It's getting blocked. I really like Shock.
So what? The monkey's a 2/2, right?
Ooh. Yeah.
What is the monkey?
The monkey's a 2/1.
2/1. That's right. Does the monkey have first strike?
No, it just is a 2/1. Okay. Kari Zev has first strike and menace.
That's right. Yeah, she's
That
dope.
was a very good line from Kurt there. Bait the block, then use your Shock to kill Longtusk Cub with the the energy gain on the stack.
Get wrecked.
Yeah, that was pretty good. All right, there down goes another Village Messenger to the Magma Spray. These guys are just getting immolated all game. We're seeing a Braid there. A Braid can also take care of Karizev, but I think Justin has missed his 4th land drop. Yeah, looks like it.
Yep, you should have played fewer attunes and more actual lands, Justin. Yeah.
So he's got a decision here. He can leave up a removal spell, or he can. All right, he's just gonna remove Karizev.
Yeah,
he
you
could have
can't let
played
that
Servant of the
Karizev
Conduit there to get his 4th mana, but
you know, I think I like removing the Karizev.
Nice.
You're gonna get so far behind if you just keep letting that token get in.
So we got a new card here from Our Devastation, Earthshaker Kenra. It's a 2/1 haste. When it enters, you can target an opponent's creature and make it not block if its power and toughness is less than the power and toughness of the Earthshaker Kenra. And then it eternalizes later for, I think, 5 or 6, which makes it a 4-power creature, so it can make something else not able to block.
Yeah, because I'm sure that Kurt's going to get to 5 or 6 mana.
Yeah, when you're not getting to 3, you're probably not getting to 5 or 6. All right, Justin's just taking the 2. Yeah, he needs his fourth mana source.
What Kurt needs is a couple of pyretic rituals.
I think Kurt has four 3-drops in hand or something like that. Another Servant, land, got Harness Lightning lined up.
Okay, well, a good point was made in chat. It is still possible that Kurt is cheating because he may have put some lands on the top, but then Justin cut.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe it is scumbag Kurt. The dream is still alive.
In there, like it. No block. We'll block. All right.
Okay, I guess.
Falconwrath Gorger. Yeah. Oof. Dang. Kurt not hitting this 3rd land is.
Yeah, you're just so far. If you're Justin, you're so far ahead by virtue of your land count here that you can trade off creatures like that to save some health.
Yeah, he's got double Harness Lightning backup after deploying this Bristling Hydra.
You can't beat that Bristling Hydra. Not anytime soon.
Yeah, man. If Kurt hit his land drop on 3, I think he would have run away with this one. He's got so many powerful 3-drops in hand.
Gosh, and Justin's on 8 energy.
Yeah.
Oof. This guy should make a Spirit Bomb.
Maybe you block here?
I
mean, your Falconwrath Gorger's not doing much in the face of Bristling Hydra, but
yeah, but you're never gonna win the game if you.
Oh yeah, we got to 3 mana. All right.
Okay.
And we're dealing the damage while we're getting there.
Oh man, put Justin
That's what I like to see.
10. Or
yeah, Justin goes to 10 off the sun-scorched desert.
That seems good.
All right, so I think the line here is play. Well,
if he just top decks 10 more scorched deserts,
yeah, he's there.
He wins. If he just palms those all to the top and then Justin forgets to cut.
Yeah, you never know.
Kurt could run away with this game.
All right, here's On-Crop Crasher. Are we crashing it? Thinking about it. We're familiar with Bristling Hydra. All right, he can give hexproof. Yeah, this is a tough spot because he can't. He could try to make the Hydra block, but Justin, of course, is just going to give it hexproof. I don't know. I don't think I attack. Although I think if I'm not attacking, I wouldn't have played my haste creature.
Yeah, this is awkward.
All right, we're getting in there. No exert. Yeah, I mean, I guess that forces him to use his energy anyway.
Yeah, so Kurt, he is going to deal some damage to Justin.
Yeah, Justin goes
so
to 8.
That's relevant, I guess. Does Kurt have a lot of direct burn besides Incendiary Flow and Shock?
I'm not sure. Probably not.
I'm not even sure that you leave Shock in this matchup, do you?
Yeah, well, it's pretty good. He kills Servants of the Conduits, which are important.
Oh, isn't
and he kills Long Tusk.
Isn't Servant a 1/3?
No, it's a 2/2.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm thinking of I'm thinking of Druid of the Cowl.
Yeah. So I don't know how we're getting through Ronas the Indomitable, though. That is probably going to be problematic for Kurt.
Oh,
actually, ooh, well, that would be difficult. So he does have a Karizev's Expertise in hand, which he can steal Ronas with. The problem is he doesn't have a creature of power for himself
to activate it,
to be able to attack with it. Yeah. It's a tough spot.
Now he can take a Servant to try to generate some mana, but that's probably not going to help him.
No, he doesn't have any energy, so he wouldn't be able to.
But I think taking the Ronas is relevant here just to get this indestructible blocker off your opponent's life. So if you can take...
I don't know if he has any way to get a creature with 4 power. The only way I can imagine is if he has a 3-power creature and then he puts the Cartouche of Ambition or whatever the red Cartouche is on it.
That would be good.
Then it would get it up to 4. But
have we seen the red Cartouche
yet?
Yeah,
game 1 we saw it on Bomat Courier.
Okay. We saw it on Bomat Courier or under Bomat Courier?
It was cast on Bomat Courier.
Oh. Well, goes to show how much attention I was paying.
This is a really tough spot. Because you can't gain control of the Hydra again. You can't gain control of this. I mean, you could gain control of the Servant, but then you just get blocked.
So, I think you have to just play a creature out, try to develop your board, because you're not dead next turn to any of Justin's threats. Justin's far away from actually presenting a lethal attack.
You are dead next turn. Ronas pumps something, you die. We got 2 5-power attackers in the Servant.
One. Oh. All right.
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
You can just pump. He doesn't even need to pump
5,
anything.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Pump for 2.
Or he could just put a counter on Hydra. Yeah, this is a tough line. So Kurt's options included on-crop Crasher, Handwear Garrison, and Karyzev's Expertise. I don't think he has anything to cast off the other part of Karyzev's Expertise, which is really unfortunate because that could be a nice way to, build up a lethal attack somehow. But
well, I guess Justin can't exactly. He can't just tap all his guys willy-nilly next turn to try to go for a lethal attack. Because for one, obviously Kurt can block, but any number of haste threats from Kurt can kill Justin if he leaves up no blockers.
Well, Justin has 2 Harness Lightnings in hand, so that
All right, yeah, this one might be over.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what if Kurt has a line to win this game. He's really considering his options. I think I play Handwear Garrison here. I don't attack. I let him attack. Then next turn I go with the on-crop Crasher, make it so something can't block, and just swing with everything. Because at that point you have so many attackers, you might be able to sneak through lethal if you draw a shock or something. But
are the only blue cards in Temur Energy
Whirler Virtuoso and then
Glimmer and Whirler?
They don't play Glimmer. Whirler Virtuoso. Justin's just revealing his hand to Kurt. Yeah, that probably does make it easier knowing that he really doesn't have too many reasonable lines to win. Because now, well, now he definitely knows, because even if he plays 2 blockers to not die, he's just gonna die.
Yeah,
to these double Harness Lightnings. Yeah, so he did not have a way to make 2 creatures there. I'm not sure what that 4th card in his hand is. I think that might be another Earthshaker Kenner or something, but
no,
yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's Hazoret. Okay. Yeah, so Hazoret wasn't doing anything there because he couldn't have emptied his hand. Yeah, that was unfortunate. He's got built up on 3 drops without having 3 mana, and it really slowed him down so much. So that's going to be the game. Kurt knows he has no lines to win here. This was actually a much closer match than things. I think if Kurt hit his 3rd land drop maybe a turn or 2 earlier, he probably could have won this with the power of his hand there.
Yeah, it looks like a bunch of strong. I mean, Karyzev's is great in this match, even if it wasn't great here. Yeah, but getting the Bristling Hydra down plus Ronas is just
he can't really
powerful.
attack through that. So we're going through the lines here. It doesn't matter what Kurt did. He didn't have lethal, and then both his guys dies, and he dies. So Temur Energy, probably going to be one of the front runners of the upcoming format. Has been for a little while now. If you're going to the SCG tournament tomorrow, make sure that you have a good game against this deck if you're planning to win. You're going to need it. It's probably going to be out in droves there. The mono red burn deck, it's got some game. It's not as powerful as some of the top tier decks, but it can get to a win very quickly, and it does actually have some nice extra tools here in the form of deserts and this Earthshaker Kenra, which I think is a good addition to the deck. So that's going to do it for Standard tonight. That was our 4th and final round on that front, but we will have a 5th round for you guys of Modern coming up after this.
We're going to see a round of Modern. We'll try to let you know what it's going to be. I guess let us know if you have any requests for Modern.
Yeah.
We'll try to find some for you. There's a lot of players playing Modern tonight, so I don't know. Maybe we'll see some Abzan Elves versus
Blue-green Merfolk.
Blue-green Merfolk. I've seen Blue.
Yeah, no, it's a real deck.
Yeah, people play their Collected Company and they play Heroic Intervention. It's real. Right. It's super real.
All right, well, stay tuned for our 5th round of Modern, and we'll be back with you guys shortly.